week, at least part of the week in your forecast and certainly your weekend and a little eclipse weather. All right, AX 77 right now with a dew point of 42, mostly clear sky, been a little smoke from time to time in places. These skies, of course, will remain clear overnight. The air is still dry, so another cool night is ahead going into Gina and LaSalle pairs. And we thank Sinlar Broadcasting for these towers, 70, these cams, 77 in Gina. A little smoke lingering looks like there. Could have been some couple of control burns in the area for today. Otherwise, that's dissipating. And looking at the satellite and radar, high pressure control. Look at this huge area of clear real estate. Here's the storm system up east. As you see, it's big. We see it just twisting around over in that particular area. That's why it was a windy day yesterday, and the breeze was up a tad for today, but not as bad as yesterday. All right, lows tonight. Another cool one, but not as cool as it was this morning. This morning we averaged 39 across central Louisiana. My forecast tonight is the mid 40s, about 45, so about 6 degrees warmer on most thermometers for tonight. And that could be as low as 40 degrees some places, and then as high as 50. Now, if you look at the pattern, see a little bit higher readings off to the southwest of and west of I-49, to the east and northeast of I-49, a little bit cooler, maybe more of a tendency toward the low to mid 40s over in that direction. And this is an adjustment that the atmosphere is taking, getting ready for the next weather system that will be affecting us starting Saturday with some increase in clouds. So Friday's high temperatures, typically we see 76. I think we'll be above that across just about all the area. In fact, I'm calling for an average of 80 degrees. Lowest somewhere in the middle 70s. Somebody could hit the upper to mid 80s there across the area. And again, I-49, kind of a boundary there. You see right along in south and west there, I have higher temperatures. And then on the other side, down to Winfield, into Gina, Jonesville, into Verde, Vidalia, and Natchez, Mississippi, we've got mid to upper 70s. So again, that's an adjustment that the atmosphere is taking in advance of the next system. A little warm front, if you will, some weather maps you may see drawing that. For Thursday, look ahead. Here's the storm system continuing to affect the eastern areas. Down here, we had full-time sunshine for the day. And once we get into Friday, we'll see a short high pressure ridge overhead, a shortwave ridge, if you will. This is the roller coaster hill right there. This is going to give us a nice day, unlike the friends up east where they see a pretty big system still spinning around, but some changes coming out west. Another weather system will hit the west coast by sometime Friday, and that energy will begin to spill eastward. Notice the ridge is just about gone, and we'll see troughing taking shape out west. Still, the weather system up east is bothering those folks still in some locations, but we're turning our forecasting eyes, Nick and I, to this one out west. It won't come through in one piece. It's going to come through in pieces, so that means kind of a protracted spell of some wet weather. So here's the first piece, setting up in the northern and central plains right there. This is by Sunday midday. You see kind of a brisk southwesterly flow, if you will, out ahead of this over central Louisiana. That's going to add some energy. It's going to excite the atmosphere a little bit, change the atmosphere some. That's our next rain chance coming in Sunday out of respect for that particular system. All right, once we go a little bit further ahead in time, so that will start the situation going for the rainfall amounts. And then going into Tuesday, say midday, we see yet another system right here coming in. You see, this is a big one right here. There's that flow behind it out of the northwest, out ahead of it, southwesterly flow. So right in here, you can see a center of a twist, and then the trough kind of extends off into the Baja country and northern Mexico. So again, with that particular system, that is going to keep the rain chances going into Tuesday. And you can see by Thursday, it's overhead right here. I'll mark it for you. Again, see there's the trough that we're looking at. There's a northwesterly flow. There's a southwesterly flow. And there's the trough feature, the energy overhead. And so that's going to keep the rain chances going into Thursday. And so what I think may happen with that manifestation, that we will see maybe two convective systems affect us in that time frame from Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, Wednesday. and that will help the rainfall totals add up, I think, during that time frame. And then once we go into Friday, we get behind the system. All the energy has passed us. The atmosphere is not excited anymore, and so the weather calms down. And by then, I think we're going to need it. Severe outlook. SPC did come out with some outlooks for us. Technically, this just says Monday, but this is from Monday morning into Tuesday morning. And this does include a part of central Louisiana. And then more of central Louisiana is entitled to severe risk there on the Tuesday time frame. And technically, it doesn't say Wednesday here, but this is from Tuesday morning to Wednesday morning. And I certainly think that the risk of severe weather will be extended into Wednesday on up in the day, as that probably a second convective system influences the forecast during that time frame. So here it is, all summed up in your 7-day forecast. A sunny day for Friday, and a beautiful day, 80 degrees, less wind than the previous 2 days. And then going into Saturday, high of 81, and we go into Saturday morning's low 50. So the mornings continue to warm up in response to a little bit of moisture coming in, and then a bigger jump for Sunday morning as the moisture's here. It's enough for some rain and some thunderstorms on Sunday, but it'll be hit and miss. Probably the higher chance of that will be north and west of the Alexandria-Pineville metro. Now we're into Monday. It's the day of the total eclipse of the sun. I think we're about 80 to 90% totality here in Alexandria-Pineville. Less toward Avoyelles Parish, but a little bit more maybe toward Natchitoches and Manny. But the story is going to be the weather. I expect an overcast day and off and on rain and thunderstorms. Got a pretty high chance of that. There is that risk of severe weather. And then going into Tuesday and Wednesday, still carrying that risk of severe weather. Heavy rainfall potential. Generally those 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with, again, as I said, 2 convective systems probably tracking through central Louisiana and bringing that threat for severe weather and that locally heavy rainfall. How much rainfall right now is hard to say, but as I look at the models and study the situation, and owing to the fact that it's going to be 2 separate systems, so I'm going to throw 5 inches out those 3 days, and we'll see what happens in future forecasts there as Nick will update you into the day tomorrow. By Thursday, by the way, we're back to some scattered showers as the weather pattern will be getting better, and maybe by, say, Friday, maybe we can remove the rain chances altogether. As I said, Nick will be with you tomorrow, and I'll